Hey guys, this is a video I've been meaning to do for Bob 808 Night, kind of in response to his day pack bug out bag, get home bag, EDC bag video. The one bag rules them all. Like I was telling him, I kind of favor separate bags for each thing. I thought I'd start out with my EDC bag. I'm kind of procrastinated about getting around to this, but I finally did my deer hunting gear video, so I thought I'd do this one today too. So this is my EDC bag right now. Now, I've switched this up a bit. I've used a different bag before, and sometimes I've even went without a bag and just basically, what I carry on me in pockets and whatnot. But lately I've been using this bag, and since Bob 808 Night made his video, and I think he had another response from, I believe his name is Darby, I kind of got me to thinking and replanning and getting some new ideas about, my own ideas for as far as an EDC and get home bag and all that. So I thought I'd do this and kind of explain my ideas and philosophy on it. But my idea that EDC has always been, for the most part, to get me from wherever I'm at to my vehicle and get home bag. If I'm in a building, and my routine is pretty much always, I'm pretty predictable, I guess, as far as that goes. I mean, 5 days a week I'm at work, and that's like the only place I go for those 5 days. Right now, that's altered a little bit by hunting. I may go out on the weekday mornings, maybe hunt sometimes now, but for the most part, 90% of the time or whatever, 5 days a week I'm in work. So this is to get me from inside the building to my vehicle out in the parking lot to my get home bag if necessary. Of course, on the weekends I go to my dad's and visit him, or visit with some friends, and pretty much every week I go to my weekly Walmart shopping excursion. So I know where I'm going to be, pretty much most of the time. So, it's, like I said, this is to get me from in Walmart, from my parents' house to my truck, whatever, to my get home bag. Since Bob 808 Nights video, I've started thinking, about some other things, like, and I've thought about this before, and I've kind of tried to incorporate this philosophy into it also. And something that makes me think of this is some of the earthquake situations, like in Haiti. A lot of people died there days later after the earthquake because they were trapped in rubble and could not get out, And so, my idea is this bag is something also to, in case I can't get to my EDC bag, in case I'm trapped in a building for whatever reason. Here in Indiana, we have tornadoes, So, a tornado tear a big building up, and you could be in, buried in it, and you may need a little help getting through a few days, or help getting someone to notice where you're at and stuff. So I've tried to incorporate that idea into it. And also, since, like I said, since Bob 808 Nights video, another thing I've started thinking about, his idea of a one bag deal kind of made me think of this. And I could almost do the one bag thing for an EDC and get home bag, but I'm not as comfortable. I don't feel like I could take a get home bag, what I feel I would need for a get home bag, everywhere as easily as I can this. kind of see about how big of a bag this is. You know, it's, my ex-girlfriend called it my man purse. Yeah, whatever. Anyways, the third idea that I kind of had here lately, more since I've watched his videos, is, okay, you know, I try to apply different scenarios, just like I said, you know, being trapped in a building rather than not, you know, again, not being able to get to your get-home bag. I'm trying to incorporate the idea that, you know, there's other reasons where I may be able to get out of the building, but I may not be able to get to my get-home bag for whatever reason. I mean, you can apply whatever. The parking lot's filled with zombies or whatever. We'll go with that just because it's entertaining, okay? So if the parking lot's filled with zombies, I'm not going to be able to get to my get-home bag, so I'm going to have to, you know, and I probably haven't got this the way I want it after thinking more about that. You know, this is like my backup. I'm wanting this to kind of make this more of like my backup get-home bag if I cannot get to my get-home bag. Okay? So, all that being said, and when I get to my get-home bag video, when I get around to that, I'll kind of put give more explanation for why I'm using a separate bag for it. But for now, we'll get into the contents of this bag. Okay, obviously my phone, which, now another thing about this bag is some of the things that are in the bag, I don't always have them in the bag, but this, I've kind of got it set up so that everything that I carry or want to carry will fit in this bag for the most part. Like, for example, my phone, I clip it to the top of this, but I don't normally have it clipped to the top of this. Normally I have it clipped to my belt on my hip. So there's my phone, which my phone's not actually in it, but there's my phone case anyways. My keys, which sometimes are clipped to my belt loop. I've got all my keys. I also have a SOG knife here. I can't do this very well one-handed, but I'm sure some of you probably seen the SOG key knife. It's kind of a cool little extra knife to have on you. Comes in handy sometimes. And then I've got a little light, which needs a new battery in it. And I've got, you know, a survival paracord bracelet, which I always keep clipped to that these days. Okay, I'll just leave the keys on there. They're being a pain to get off anyhow. Let's see, what is in this? Got a little marker in case I need to leave a message or something, you know, SOS or whatever. Fingernail clippers. Some of the stuff that also in this bag is just simply not SHTF related. Some of it's just, you know, everyday crap, you know. I don't know what the hell that is. A signal mirror. Just because it fit in there easy, and like I said, in case I'm someplace trapped. Not that I think a signal mirror would do a whole lot of good in a building. An extra hair tie. I usually keep some paper in there too. I put my grocery list in there and crap. My wallet, and I think, yep, I'm sure there is here, some duct tape. There's some duct tape wrapped around a cord. I'm not going to get it out. There's some paper in case I need to write a note or make a list or whatever. Another pen. A flashlight. My Boker. I think that's all in that one. So, and there's the main compartment in it, which I have this clipped to the zipper, the compass, magnifying glass, thermometer, whistle. Again, a whistle, and you know, if I'm buried in some debris or whatever after a tornado, I can, you know, signal. And also I kind of thought a compass would also help orient myself, because you know, obviously once a building's tore apart by some sort of disaster or another, I may need to kind of orient myself because the building's been rearranged. Gold bond friction defense. Okay. I learned to keep this on me after that 27-mile day hike. I pretty much always keep some of this on me. Just because of chafing, it sucks. And if I were to have to use this as a get-home bag, I may need to walk a long ways. My cell phone charger, my cell phone car charger, a Fiber One bar. Here's a bag. I use these Crown Royal bags, just kind of keep stuff organized in it. A headlamp. It's not a real great one, but you know, it'll do. Some extra ammo. Here, let me just dump this out. Yes, extra ammo. You know, because it may require more than 5 shots. Bandana. That one, alright. Odd little thing to keep in here, but and I've never used this. I just thought it'd be cool to put in there. Obviously, you can see what it is. Another knife, fork, spoon. I'm sure you've seen these. What else? Here's another bag. Let's dump it out since I'm doing this one-handed. Emergency poncho, an emergency blanket, and you know, my idea was, you know, if I'm trapped in a building and I'm there for several days, the emergency blanket would surely come in handy, and you know, it could be raining or what, you know, I may need some sort of shelter within the building or whatever, or a way to keep warm or whatever. And again, if I use this as backup for a get-home bag, it's some sort of shelter also. These two things can be used for some kind of shelter anyways. May not be the best, but this is a pain reliever, and also I think there's some allergy medicines in here too. And then a first aid kit, which is mostly, I'm not going to open it up, but it's mostly, and I'd kind of like to have a little bit more of a first aid kit in it, because if I'm injured, you know, that's kind of the whole idea of this bag, or at least part of the idea of this bag, that, you know, bad things happen and you may be injured. But it's mostly gauze, tape, antibiotic or something, and burn gels, and a pair of tweezers, because, you know, inside of a destroyed building you may have some bits of glass and metal in your whatever. Little snack bag, because for one, if I just happen to get hungry, or like I said, if I'm trapped somewhere, or again, as backup for a get home bag. And this right here, I tell you what, guys, man, these are awesome. In my opinion, these are awesome. These little Metarex Big 100 Colossal Super Chocolate Fudge Brownies. They are like 390. You see how big it is? It's not very big. 390 calories, man. That's like a meal. And I tell you what, you feel like you ate a meal after you eat this. They're really dense, but they taste really good. They're like, for not being a homemade brownie, they taste really good. They taste like a little Debbie's brownie, but better. So they're pretty cool. And, you know, Cliff Crunch bar, and some jerky, and some other cereal bar or something. And of course the Rossi 38. I meant to put stuff in this, but I haven't yet. But I'm probably going to put a few things in that, make a little survival tent out of it. And a Gerber suspension multi-tool. I think that actually is it. There was something else that I'm wanting to add to this that I've been thinking about lately is possibly a small flask. A small metal flask with some water in it. That way I'd have a water container that I could actually boil in. I actually have an old flask somewhere. I'll have to see if I can find it. That's something I've been wanting to add to it. But anyways, for now, that's my EDC bag. I don't know. It's definitely not a perfect get home bag if it has to come to that, but it's better than nothing. And once I get to my get home bag and I have all this, added to a get home bag, it's there's going to be some stuff there that's going to come in handy as backup to the get home bag, and in addition to it. But so that's what it is, and for now, like I said, I've got some evolving ideas to it. Like I said, a flask and maybe beefing up the first aid kit a little bit. Actually, I usually carry a lighter in there, and there's not a lighter in there. I don't know why, but usually I have a lighter in there too. So I have a little bit of. And I usually carry my when the colder weather hits, I usually have a pair of gloves and a beanie in there. So right now I'm just carrying it in my sweatshirt, my hoodie pocket. But I think that's it for the EDC bag. I mean, like I said, it's still evolving really, but it may take a little while. But I'll try to get to my get home bag soon too. I think I've actually had a discussion with you before that I had a get home bag, but I've tore it apart and I have to kind of put it back together again. There's one time I got pulled over by the police, and they really just, they kind of tore it apart for me. That's what us long-haired hippies get when we get pulled over. We get, get our get-home bags tore apart. I mean, literally, another thing I usually keep in here is some wipes, and they're not in here either, so obviously I need to kind of restock and put a few things in here that's supposed to be in here. But what I was getting at is with my get home bag, when I got pulled over, they literally had a roll of toilet paper in there. They literally unrolled every single roll of the entire thing all the way to the end, checking each ply, like, I don't know, to see if there were drugs in between the toilet paper plies or something. And then they re-rolled it very neatly. I'm trying to get to work on time, and this is, which I didn't, and that's what I that's what I got for carrying a get-home bag. It kept them busy for a while. So, but I'm gonna put another one together. I've started on that, and also my last truck. I couldn't lock the doors on it, not if I wanted to get back in. So I didn't like leaving a bunch of a pack full gear in it. So that was another reason I wasn't carrying it for a while. But now that I've got another truck, I've been wanting to put it back together again. And when I get that done, I'll load that video up for you, Bob. Also wanted to add, like the like I said, some of these things I don't always have in the bag or on the bag or whatever, like my phone. There are sometimes places like where I'm obviously not allowed to carry a firearm. So a lot of times I have to switch some things in and out, or maybe take a lot of things out and go and revert to the whatever I carry in my pockets, and I'll leave like this in my truck if necessary. For example, when I go backpacking on a backpacking trip, I have carried this in addition to my backpack, but sometimes I do not because, you know, on an overnight backpacking trip, I probably have all this and then some, you know, already. It's just more redundancy than I need. So, sometimes even when I'm out, I don't necessarily always carry that pack. I take what I need out of it, or what I can carry out of it, or I take some things out of it and carry the bag. Like I said, you know, when I can't carry my firearm, I take the bag, but not the firearm, and you know, vice versa. So I just thought I'd clarify that. But thanks for watching, guys.